Henshin Inspection presents Going Ultra. This is MJ. I'm an author, I'm an artist, I'm an analyzer. Join me as I talk about Ultraman Blazar episode 21, which is called Battle in the Sky. So, the kaiju in this episode is Deltandol B, for Bomber. B is for Bomber. He's a giant version of Deltandol that's like 6 times bigger than the last one they fought, which was the same size as the first one they fought, because there was a second Deltandol from who knows where. Anyway, they're testing a new weapon. So this is kind of interesting that it sort of comes from the fact that they're testing a new weapon, the GDF that is, and they drop a large bomb that's based off of one of the space kaiju, and his ability to, the starfish, space kaiju, and his ability to use the EMP weapon. Hold on, what's the name of this guy? That's odd that in the synopsis they don't have more detail here. Hold on. Yeah, unfortunately, we're missing a little bit of detail. Golly. What was that guy's name? Yeah, the kaiju was only mentioned in passing, but it definitely did come from him. Let me see if this... Nope, that's in Japanese. I can't read that. Okay. Well, you know what I'm talking about. The starfish guy from a few episodes ago. Actually, let me scan back real quick through these and see. Gabalga, that's what it is. Gabalga, Bazonga, Gabalga, and gosh, that's the third one for sure. Bazonga, Gabalga, and somebody else are all space kaiju. Oh, I guess Irigo, because Irigo turned into Gabalga. Yeah. Anyway, so based on that guy, on I guess this kaiju name still sticking in my mind as well as they do for some other people. Anyway, they're using a weapon based on Gabalga. The GDF has it, and they're kind of dropping it from a bomber-like thing. And Yasanobu, Kirawaki remarks that he hopes that, he hopes and he's sure that the GDF cleared the ocean, made sure that there's nothing in the ocean before they dropped that bomb. And when this Delta B emerges from the ocean and it starts flying around, I guess damaging stuff. It's not even damaging stuff, it's still over the ocean. He says, oh, so I guess they didn't check. And then they send Earth drone with this, which they call Mod 3, with this wing attachment on it. It's actually the Uranus, flight module or whatever, something like that, which I find hysterical because sometimes I'm immature. Anyway, yeah, so yeah, it's the Uranus whatever, and it makes them fly. Anyway, so, they send it out, and it doesn't quite do well. Yasanobu can't handle the G's, and the G-force, that is. I'm not talking about the Gatchaman thing, I'm talking about the literal, they're going Mach 9, so it's really fast, it's really a lot of strain on his body. He can't handle it, he ends up passing out during battle. Then Anri goes ahead and engages it a second time in battle, and she can't handle, well, she's not as good of a marksman as him, and he's been prohibited by the brass from going in there, so she actually ends up getting hit, and Earthgrim sustains some damage, and they have to come back to battle. And I don't know, it's interesting, like, he has a weakness of stamina, she has a weakness of marksmanship, so the resolution is for Hiruma to send them out together. Ginto, he sends them out together, and Yasanobu's not supposed to do certain things, and she's supposed to do other things. She's supposed to listen to what Yasanobu has to say, basically, but she's in piloting position, he's in the command position, so like, he's the brain, she's the brawn of the hands, or whatever. So it's kind of an interesting solution to it, but I don't know, I didn't really like this episode. It was okay, it wasn't something that did a lot for me. I feel like it's planting seeds for what happens later on. Emmy's irritated that there's like, honestly, there's like a dozen people there from command or whatever, and she seems irritated with them. There's a lady in white and then a bunch of guys in suits, and honestly, that lady in white makes me uncomfortable. So we'll see. Maybe just the contrast, she stands out more from the guys, but it could be, seeing something else. We'll see. Shortly we'll see. But yeah, I wasn't super into this one. Things were okay. I don't know. It was more like subdued and stayed, and more like a transitional thing. Like, I don't know. Earthbound could fly before. I don't need them to go Mach 9 or Mach 10 like they ended up doing at the end of this episode. I guess it was a good opportunity for Yasanobu and Anri to bond and to form a deeper connection. And so she was consulting Huntington because she's the better pilot for being able to withstand the G-forces than he is, and she acknowledges that he's the better marksman and says that Rex is just ignoring it and they're kind of goofy to do that, and she's sure he'll get it in time or whatever. And it was nice to see that relationship. It was nice to see her encouraging him. It was nice to see it's not like like a competition to go on to their pilot and that makes me superior to you or whatever. Which in fashion, yes, but also after fashion, no, because there's certain strengths that different people have, and that's okay. You can get a better pilot than a shot or whatever, and that's okay. So I found that kind of interesting. Although I don't understand why Earthbound isn't set up in such a way that one person is piloting and the other is shooting, or that it can be configured to be that way. Because that sure would seem to make sense and would kind of explain why you have two people piloting it at all. It's not like a like Super Sentai where you need all 5 people or all 3 people or whatever piloting it and pretending to do things to make the thing function. That's not how it works. So I'm a little confused about that. But anyway, I mean, it was a decent episode. The Thunderbolt B looks cool. It's interesting that it's 6 times bigger than its predecessor, and it seems interesting that this gravity weapon in the ocean would have woken it up. Almost seems more to me like maybe the gravity weapon did something like open up a wormhole and then the Delta B came through a wormhole, although there's no proof so far. Like, I don't think Delta is supposed to be a space kaiju. I believe it's supposed to be an Earth kaiju, because otherwise how would it have awoken from within the ocean? That doesn't really make sense. With a wormhole forming in the ocean, I can definitely see it going like that. So I'm just going to ask a question, or I'm looking real quick. Just space on. So let me read this real quick. So originally suspected to be the third wave of space kaiju after belonging to Vulgus, Delta was actually a subterranean Earth kaiju who had awoken in response to something on stimuli and was now moving around the world at high speeds. Okay, so that's the GGF. That's what the GDF is in Arc. Sorry. So yeah, I don't know if they're going to address Delta B. Let me just look up. Outer Delta B has a separate, here we go, a separate category. Larger variant, surface from the ocean. Okay, yeah, so, I don't know, I don't get that. So, unless they're, I mean, it could feel like they're, I don't know, they're trying to see something, but it was just okay for me. I'm not majorly let down by this one. I'm not super disappointed. It just didn't really grab me as much as it could have. Probably the best thing in it, and the thing I enjoyed most, was the fact that they're carrying on the continuity of them still having to do that, what to do when you spot a kaiju thing, and it gets talked about like midway through the episode, and at the end of the episode, after they've done the heroic thing, they got to do that, and Yasanobu and Anri are all bummed about it, and so is everybody else, and it's just like that is like that team, this team, like being stuck having to do something they hate because they did something they felt they had to do, and it was, they made this heroic sacrifice or whatever, and then they're punished by having to do this, like, thing that they don't want to do. Like, that's interesting, and that's fun, and that's compelling, and seeing their reaction to that is really enjoyable. And the rest of it around it was just, like, okay. So, yeah, like, I don't know, it started off weird, like, doing this military exercise thing, with the looping, and the barrel rolling, and the spinning, and whatever, and, I don't know, I don't know. I just, maybe I just can't see you in it, so I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. Let's hope Blazar finishes strong, but I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I hope you enjoyed that. Subscribe to keep up with me. Like and share to help me reach more people like you. And go to mjmunoz.com to find your next favorite thing. And don't forget to let your voice be heard. Stories are always better when you're part of the conversation. Until next time, be well. This is MJ signing out. This has been a Story Over Everything production.